Good morning, LBHT crew. Good morning, Rogue Nation. What is going on? It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Yes, yes. It is not Tuesday. We're halfway there, y'all. Good morning, Coach. Thanks for coming through. Just Al's in the house. Says good morning, everyone. Good morning, Just Allo.
Good morning.
Oh, all right, we got 18 people jumping in here. Cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. So y'all are loving the morning show. We getting some positive reviews, so I guess we can keep it going for another week. All right, we'll keep it going. This is good. This is a good you know some quick stories. That's what we try to do anyway. Some quick stories, quick Raven stuff. And we'll see how things pick up. Hopefully for the Ravens moving forward. All right, they have a division game this week against the Steelers. This is for the division. They're saying whoever wins this game, their chances of making the playoffs increases like significantly. It goes up to like 70%. For the person that loses, the chances go down to like 25%. It's some crazy number, which we play each other twice. So I'm not sure. I think that's a little extreme. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know. Well, we'll see. But I know one thing. Ardarius Washington has officially started practicing again. All right. So his timetable, they're not sure. They say it's going to take at least a few weeks. How do you feel about him joining back with the team late in the season? Do you think this is going to help the secondary out, or do you think it's one of those things that's a little late and he probably shouldn't get that many snaps as hopefully enter the playoffs?
I think it's too soon. Like he just tore it earlier this season, like before the season started. And normally, I know it's different from the past when you tore something, you were out at least a year and a half. But for me, he's had no physical contact. He hasn't gone through the rigors of training camp or anything like that. He can be an insurance policy. I think that from the way things look, the secondary and the safety position is solidified with what they have going on right now. It's just he needs playing time for a contract because after this season, he's a free agent and he needs to show people that he's healthy and he can contribute to a team. But that's just personal for me for the financial aspect of it. But as far as contributing to the team, I don't think that there's much that he can do right now. Now, maybe he can ramp it up and be ready for the playoffs just in case somebody else gets injured. But I think the Ravens are cool right now. More importantly, though, Tavius Robinson returned to practice. And we need that pass rush. They have a 21-day window where they have to be activated or they can't play. So they have to determine in this next 3 weeks whether they're going to bring them up and put them on the active roster, set them down for the season or whatever. But they also
Hendo, is your mic on?
You can hear me?
I can hear you. I hear echo. I was make sure that's not coming from your computer.
It shouldn't be.
It's not a major echo.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah. You're good.
All right, yeah. So they have that. Then they signed 2 players yesterday. They signed a linebacker and a running back. One for Chandler Martin because he tore his ACL, and one for Justice Hill because he's on injured reserve and he's going to miss like the next 3 games. So it's a lot of roster maneuvering that the Ravens are doing. I don't know how much it's going to help. They didn't bring any offensive line help in.
Right. That's what comes down to in the end. I mean, their obsession with making this defense like great is crazy. Because I can't even say the defense because it's really just a secondary that they're hyper focused on. Like you didn't really try to get good at pass rushing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Mike Green, I swore he was going to be the guy. Right. That's why I was okay with them taking him in the second round because he fell there. But they weren't trying to get to really get good at edge rusher. They would have went edge rusher in the first round.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that, they went and got Draymond Jones, and he's cool, but you didn't try to get Jalen Phillips, or you didn't try hard enough. So like how they're trying to build this team is just wild, and like they won't deviate from their plan, even though it's not working in real time before our eyes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it is good for Darius Washington. It's good for the team overall.
Right.
He's a veteran. If he can get out there and play some snaps, especially going into the playoffs, that's a player that shouldn't be out of position. Because Malachi Starks, let's just be real, he's not the guy that we thought he was going to be this year. Right? He's playing like a rookie too late into the season. You know, those rookie mistakes. Yeah, you mean you expect that, and you expect a player his talent to make up for it with big plays. He hasn't done that. I think he's cut down. I think they all cut down mistakes overall, but
right. I mean, you could say that because the other safety that was being considered, Nick Imamori, he's out there in Seattle balling.
Yes.
I think the kid was his name Watts or whatever the safety from Notre Dame. He's been doing really well this season as well. So for the people that say, Starks is a rookie, give him some grace. He gets a little bit of grace for being a rookie, but he's the first round pick. And and the expectation for him was not to come in and learn on the job. It was for him to be a star. He was a turnover machine at Georgia. We expected him to come in and do that. Now, he did get gifted an interception. He dropped one early in week 1 that could have turned the tide in that Buffalo game. But just the obsession for us in the secondary is what's killing this team. Like you said, in real time. This has been in real time for years. We've tried to build up a secondary ever since I think it was like 2015, I believe, when we had all those cornerbacks go down. Ever since since then, we've been obsessed with overstacking that position just to make sure that we're not left out there and having what was his name, Rashawn Melvin.
Yes,
that dude out there, man in the cornerback position. So ever since then, we've just overutilized and had too many resources put in that position, and we neglected everything else. The way that you have a good secondary, have a great pass rush. Give the quarterback less options and less time to throw the ball. That's how you build up a secondary. I don't care who you can put back, a bunch of all-stars back there. If the quarterbacks have 7-8 seconds to survey the field and throw the ball, wide receivers, tight ends, they're going to get open. And we still haven't learned that lesson. We're still out here bringing in free agents at positions that don't mean anything. I understand you wanted to bring in some depth because of Justice Hill, but what is that fourth running back going to do for you? You have Rasheen Ali, you have Keaton Mitchell. Enough said. The linebacker position, I thought you brought in enough linebackers to kind of circumvent having Chandler Jones, whatever his name is, Chandler Martin go down.
Yeah.
I thought that was what the depth of EDC's draft and free agency was about, that we just had so much depth behind all these positions.
But we had to have 15 picks.
Right. And we're bringing in guys constantly at the same positions over and over again. So that's telling me EDC ain't doing his job, and he's hoping he strikes gold on somebody, anybody.
Yeah. What's going on, chat, man? Appreciate y'all coming through. I'd be saying says the question is, can anyone keep John in line? I think no. John's he's just gonna do what he does until he gets fired.
Right. It's insane. It's insane. They asked him about running the ball against the Cincinnati defense, being that they were 31st ranked in the league. And he was like, oh man, it just wasn't no opportunities. You know, we went down and scored, and then we had 2 3 and outs. Where were we going to run the ball? And then Jeff Zariba came right behind him, like, yeah, he's right. Where were they going to run the ball? Maybe in between those 2 3 and outs, and they wouldn't have went 3 and out. How about that? You know, I hate when these guys that are so close to the team sit there and don't want to tell the truth.
Well, yeah, I mean, they do that to protect their access to the Ravens.
Right.
You know, what's going on, Muhammad? Thanks for coming through. Grail, salute. Who else we got in here?
C-Clip,
Zeke. Who else we got in here? Melanie the one.
Salute. Stutterman, Davon, Cuzzo, Raven 76B more, Alaskan salute. Man. Appreciate y'all.
Garrison, salute. Appreciate you. Imani, is that who that
Imani?
Is?
Yeah, that's Imani.
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 Yeah, I saw that. I saw that clip. And he's just like, oh well, you know, we were in the 2-minute offense, too many times. Don't be a 2-minute offense. Like, I don't know how he does math in his head,
Right.
right? But like, we're not that far behind in the third and early fourth quarter to start panicking and start throwing the ball as much.
Right.
Run the ball, make it a 1-score game.
Mm-hmm.
Run the ball, let your defense do its job, get the ball back, right? And
Right.
then and then you don't have to bail from your game. But what happens is, in these type of games, that whole team tells on themselves, right? They don't believe in the run game. They don't believe in their defense. That's really what they trying to tell you. They talk the talk all the way up to the point where it's go time. And instead of trusting what their team is built to do, they want to do something different because they're like, oh well, we're down 8 points or 9 points or 14 points,
Mm-hmm.
and it's late in the third. We only have so many opportunities to get back in this game. We have to move the ball quick and hope that our defense can get it back. But if they give up some points, we have to have time to answer. So that's the mindset that he has. It's not, man, we ain't gotta rush it. We got plenty of time. Let's run the ball. Yeah, we're gonna eat up some clock, but we're gonna let our defense rest a little bit. We're gonna run the ball, we're gonna score, and then our defense will get the ball back and we keep running and we're gonna wear down their defense. They don't think that way. They thinking we're not gonna be able to pick up the first down if we run it.
Mm-hmm.
And we send the defense back out there, they're not going to stop them. That's the mentality. That's exactly why they do what they do. That's why even though Derrick Henry averaged 6 yards a carry,
Facts.
was destroying them in the first quarter, he only ends up with 10 carries. There is no excuse for that. He's one of your best players. What's up, Omar? Tell me. He's one of your best players on offense.
Right.
There's no excuse for only giving him the ball 10 times.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny you say that because trust is the thing, because we even had this issue last year. But for me, it was like, you run Derrick Henry enough, he's going to pop a 60, 70 yarder. Then you have Keaton Mitchell, who only needs a crease and can take it the distance. So saying, oh, we need to score quick. Those are your two hitters right there. They can score quicker than Zay Flowers zigzagging across the field, going 20 yards just to gain 4. Like, for me, it's about trust. They don't trust in Lamar, and they have not since they drafted him. They don't trust in a defense that they built up and speak so glowingly about. They definitely don't trust in this offensive line, which was supposed to be decent or good by this year. They know that they are frauds.
Yeah.
When push comes to shove and it gets its darkest, this team, like you said, they tell on themselves. We want to be the big bad bullies. Roquan want to get up, come out there and give speeches, and then get in press conference talking about they disrespected us, and we're going to show them. Well, Roquan, you make no impact plays. You dive on piles and come away with 11 tackles. And they're like, Roquan just had an amazing game. He had no impact plays. But some of that is not on him. Some of that has to be directed towards Zach Orr. Just having Zach Orr follow Yoshivashi down the field to give up a touchdown. Why is your middle linebacker covering a wide receiver 10 yards down the field? Like, some of it's the players, some of it's the coaching, and all of it's John Harbaugh, because nothing has changed in his tenure. We've changed coordinators, we changed players, we changed personnel, we've supposedly changed philosophies, but the one constant is John Harbaugh. And whether you think that he's a good head coach or not, the message is getting stale, and his old ways of the NFL are not working today. You are coming in here and you are an 18-year head coach and getting out coached by guys in their first, second, and third years. Why and how is that possible? Guys that have never come close to a Super Bowl, when they play the Ravens, they're coming in and making decisions and out coaching and out scheming you and your team. And all you do is stand there with a dumb look on your face with a fake play call sheet in your hand,
look,
pretending like you giving some input to your offensive defensive coordinator. Like, bruh.
Yeah, like, I mean, and the questions, like, we asked him about these things, like, he gets real chippy with you. That's how you know you're asking the right question that he has no real answer for. And then he wants to act like, well, you don't know football. right? You don't understand how the game is played, and obviously, yes, we want Derrick Henry to run the ball, but the situation didn't call for it. If you have so many situations in big moments to where you can't get Derrick Henry the ball, why did you get him? And why aren't you getting more help? You know what I'm saying? Like all that's happening. The only thing that's happening is yes, Lamar isn't playing great. We got be honest about that. He makes a couple bad throws, but he's just not using his feet as much. That's him not using his feet doesn't allow for those holes to open up for Derrick Henry the way they used to, because defenses don't believe Lamar Jackson is going to run. Him not using his feet doesn't give these wide receivers more time to get open because they're not getting separation.
All right.
You got to make more plays on time. And it's just showing you that the O-line doesn't block for that. The wide receivers don't get open for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It all depends on Lamar Jackson buying more time in the pocket. Joe Burrow didn't have to worry about using his feet
at all.
Right? Like the Bengals were worse than everything. They're worse than everything, and he didn't have to worry about that. The only blitz he got was on the only sack he got was on a blitz from Marlon Humphrey. You know, and that was it.
And after that, they corrected. They course corrected.
They cleaned it up. Yeah, they cleaned it up.
And nobody sniffed him.
Yeah.
This man had a plate in his shoe, and he scrambled on us for a first down. Like
a plate.
A plate. And this dude out there just feeling comfortable. He's like, what are we going to do? Who am I going to right now? What are we going to do? And it's just, all of it's just crazy. And, you know, people are laughing. And people talking about, this. You want to be positive about your team. You want to see the best. But sometimes when you watch certain things for years at a time, when do you have to start telling the truth? And the truth isn't always pretty, and the truth isn't always positive. But people just want to, the sun is shining. We're 6-6. Bruh, we have a team that was predicted to go to the Super Bowl and win it, hands down. Mostly everybody said, this Ravens roster, they're winning the Super Bowl. And fans are happy with 6-6. Well, if you're a Baltimore fan, like I'm a Baltimore fan, 6-6 doesn't get it done. 6-6 isn't. I mean, I know we're not going to Super Bowl every year, but I'm not expecting 6-6. And even if we were 6-6, it's the way that we lose games. It's the way that we're being outcoached, outplayed. Players acting like they just don't want to be there. And that's an organizational thing. For a team that's voted the top organization and the best front office in the NFL, where is it showing? Where are these championships? If we have the best organization, we damn sure got the best quarterback. We have a Hall of Fame running back and some ascending defensive players. Where are the championships at? Because I'm looking at Jalen Hurts right now, and no shade to him, but he's not super spectacular. But his team wins, and his team has been to 2 Super Bowls because that organization has put talent around him. Lamar has to be perfect for this team to win. Tom Brady didn't have to be perfect to win championships. Peyton Manning damn sure didn't have to be perfect to win his championships. And especially that last one in Denver, he was atrocious. Now, you want to talk about a team built on defense that won you a chip? Look at the Denver Broncos. Look at the 2015 Denver Broncos. Us, we continue to build with defense, but we go about it the wrong way. And we're not going to win a championship with defense. We need to build around Lamar. And somebody said it earlier, and we've said it a lot. Stop building around Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton is a great player, but Kyle Hamilton is not leading any team to a championship. But Lamar Jackson can.
Yeah. Coach says they don't have to address it because everyone wants entertainment, not good knowledge. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. Melanie one says he believes the NFL is scripted. Then why you watch it?
It's I guess because it's kind of like those.
You say scripted against Lamar and Harbaugh is carrying out the script. I see.
People gonna watch scripted anything. You see it on them social media, like them things where somebody's sitting on a bench and then somebody comes and put a bucket of water beside them and they put their hand in it and they still just sitting there like, all that's scripted, but it'll get millions of views. People just love just watch it. Like it's crazy.
It's all good.
Facts.
Kyle Hamilton is good. Ed Reed was great.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Again, um, you, you and I are on the same page. Like you put all your resources into the defense. The defense should have a higher expectation to hold things down in these games, even when the offense has turnovers. Are they realistic expectations? No, but the resources that they put into the defense calls for those expectations.
Mm-hmm.
If we were doing these same things to the offense, expectation on the offense would be through the roof. It's already unrealistic for the offense. It's unrealistic. Of course, they're going to have bad games like this. What they did in the beginning of the season, putting up all those points, that wasn't realistic for what we have on offense, right? We don't have an O-line. We don't have great wide receivers.
Thanks.
You know, like we just had a healthy Lamar. We have a 30-year-old running back. Great running back, but 30-year-old running back. What we have on paper does not call for us scoring 35 points a game. We were just doing it. And now when they're not doing it, they're playing, for as what you paid for. You're getting what you paid for, and we don't like how that looks, but we're also not going to do anything about it. We're not going to change anything. All that being said, and the Steelers look bad.
Yeah, they do.
The Steelers,
we look bad, but they just look.
I'll read something. They were talking about how how they got ran out for like the most yards ever in Pittsburgh last week, and running to the outside is their kryptonite, and those players were like, we don't even know how to answer that. They're just running to the outside. We know they run to the outside. We can't do anything about it. I saw somebody leave a comment on our last video saying that the Bills O-line is great, and they can force that to happen. They can oppose their will. I didn't know the Bills O-line was great, because when they get beat up, it's Josh Allen needs help. Right. And he doesn't have any weapons. The O-line's not protecting him. Like when he got sacked 8 or 9 times a couple weeks ago, the O-line wasn't great then. They need help, but now they're great, and we can't replicate what their O-line does.
The sad part about that is both their starting tackles were out.
Oh, great O-line, huh? Okay.
Now, if we don't run the ball, and they're trying to build it up now, make excuses for it, talking about, we don't need to do that. Yes, we do. The Bills just ran the same play 29 times in a game. It gained 264 yards. Like, what? And I'm not taking
it. Doesn't matter if they see it coming. It does not matter if they see it coming.
They saw it coming this game and couldn't stop it. And Patrick Queen might be out. He has a bruised back. So if we don't run the ball, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know if we're actually trying to win because we love to zag. We love to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. But no, this is when you take that blueprint and say, run on those guys. Run on them. And forget what Buffalo did. Like we already saw this happen before, because AFC Championship game 2023. Buffalo ran up and down the field on the Kansas City Chiefs. We get to the AFC Championship game, and what do? Try to throw the ball, and it didn't work, and we lost. So we should have learned from our mistakes. The NFL is a copycat league. When you have a team that seems unbeatable or just hard to stop, teams that beat them, they say, this is what they did, and they make plays and draw plays similar to the ones that the other team used to beat them. We don't do that. We do what we want to do, how we want to do it. And then when we lose, you get in the press conferences like, what did you want us to do? Run the ball? That's crazy. We have a Hall of Fame running back, but we got Rashad Bateman out there. We should be throwing the ball.
Yeah, Hendo, at no point in this game coming up are the Steelers going to run up the score on us. Right?
They can't.
They can't. They are in a bad way. I don't even know. Did they say if Aaron Rodgers is playing this game or not? I'm not 100% certain if he's going to play. Even as bad as we've been playing, in terms of pass rushing, we can get to them. We can get to Aaron Rodgers. They have wide receivers or wide receiver, but he ain't Jamar Chase either. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Like there's nothing that they can do on defense or on their offense that should really impact our defense. We should be able to impose our will. We should be able to make it ugly for them. And it's just a matter of wearing out their defense. Their defense I think they said has been on the field more than any other team.
Mm-hmm. About 2.5 quarters. I'm
So
sorry, 2.5 games.
2.5 games.
They're
tired, and they're not young.
Facts.
All right, they are tired. So run the ball. That's exactly how we beat them in the playoffs. Go out there, run the ball. It doesn't matter if you get stopped the first couple times, because you will. Just keep running the ball, wear them out, and just beat up on Aaron Rodgers or Mason Rudolph, whoever is out there. It's the same. It's the same story. This is a game we're favored to win by 6 points. We should win it. No problem.
Right. But if we don't, the excuse is it's a division game. Because we should have beat up on the Bengals. We should have destroyed that horrible offensive line. But we got 1 sack.
Mm-hmm. So if we'd have beaten the Bengals, this game wouldn't have been as urgent. But here we are. We like to have our backs against the wall. Lamar Jackson's next step in his evolution is getting Harbaugh fired. That's a fact, Michael Smith.
I hope so.
That's a fact. All right, we got over 100 people in here. Salute to y'all, man. Hit that like button. If you're new in here, hit that subscribe button over on Lunch Break Hot Take and the Rogue Pod. All right. Also, I was trying to give you a Patreon yesterday, and I went to look at the replay, and
he was like,
you should have said something, man. On my side, it sounds normal,
right?
But patreon.com/ROUG. That's your Patreon. My Patreon is patreon.com/LBHTShow. All right. Both ways to really support the channel on a monthly basis for as little as $5 a month. All right. It goes a long way. Better than the YouTube membership. But if you want to do a YouTube membership, go right ahead, because we still get access to our overtime show. And Hendo's got all kinds of bonus stuff on his channel as well. All right. So go, man. What's going on? He says, I like Harbs. Let him be, please. No. You like everybody, Go, man. Who don't you like on the team?
Go man is so positive. he is so positive.
He is. No, Go man should have been gone a long time ago. We can't rebuild with Harbaugh. Agreed. It's just they want to stay in. That's the design, is to always stay competitive, right, so you can sell tickets, right, and you can sell to the fan base that we're always competing. Yep. He is trash. He's trash for this team.
Okay.
He can't take his team any further.
Yeah, he might be better getting a new start somewhere else. He may, just like we tired of him, he might be tired of us. So let's mutually part ways.
He looks tired.
He does.
Go man is the family lawyer for Harbaugh. I talked to my son Jacob last night about body language. He did they had their basketball tryouts, and he didn't, he was getting over a cold. He was tired and just wasn't really feeling it. And I told him, I said, it doesn't matter if you go out there and play bad. I mean, he's 10 years old. None of those kids are great. You know what I'm saying? And none of those kids are great. I was like, you need to go out there. I said, your body language says it all, though. Like, even during warm-ups, he just kind of going half-assed with it. And I asked him, I was like, do you want to go home? Because the way you looking right now tells me we should just go. I said, no, I want to play. I said, well, then you got to fix your attitude, And we talked afterwards, and I said, I don't care if you mess up. Like, you're going to mess up. That's the expectation. You're going to mess up. I don't care if you have a bad day, but I don't want to see you hanging your head. I don't want to see the shoulders slouching. I don't want to see all that stuff, because that tells everybody that you've checked out. And that's what we're seeing with the Ravens. We're seeing guys a little bit checked out, a little dejected, a little just uninspired. And I'm looking at John Harbaugh's press conference this week after the game, and he looks like his body language is kind of like, man, I'm trying everything, nothing's working. I don't know what to do at this point. You're done. What you do is really take a look at yourself and say, from here on out, Ty got it on the offense. I'm not going to intervene on the offense. I'll let him call the plays. You know, I'll just focus. I'll focus on like the situational stuff. I'll focus on the defense. Help my young defensive coordinator out, and we're going to change some things up. But he's so stubborn, but also he doesn't have any answers. That's why he looks so tired out there. He not even giving you the shock faces anymore. He's not even shocked, right? He's just like,
yeah, he's just on the sideline. But they're gonna say about me now. Right, they're gonna say about me now. Especially during Thanksgiving. Like Thanksgiving, this mouth was closed the whole time. I'm like, yo, is he okay? And I mean, it starts at the top from leadership. As you know, as a coach, and you've coached some. When you see your players have that body language, hey, straighten up. I don't want to see none of that. Okay, I see that this is an issue. Y'all walk around here with that bad body language, you fined. You're going to get fined. You're going to run. You're going to get gas. You're going to do something. And he's not doing that. And this is why I've said over the years, him as a leader, he's not led this team. They want to say, oh, well, he's a player's coach and the players love him. Do they really? Except for the ones that are closest to the team in the media, all the other players hated him. Yeah. They did not like John Harbaugh. Ed Reed does not like John Harbaugh. Truth be told, Ray Lewis couldn't care too much for John Harbaugh. But he's a player's coach and everybody loves him. Lamar Jackson don't seem to be taking too much to him anymore. Even though Harbaugh's like, oh, I love him. And we talk all the time about stuff and ask him other kids. No, shut up, John. No, you don't. Lamar don't give a damn about you because he knows you're not the coach for him. This man wants to win a title. And you and your buddy, your next door neighbor are holding him back because you want to hold on to these antiquated philosophies that just don't work in today's NFL. And I just thought for the life of me, I wanted to give him a pass a few years ago. And I'm like, all right, maybe he'll learn from his mistakes. But we're heading into year 8 of seeing the same thing happen. Good regular seasons, we lose inexplicably to some teams that we shouldn't lose to, but we lose the same way because we get out of what is supposed to be our identity. Then we make it to the playoffs and we lose to an inferior team. Not once in the John Harbaugh, Lamar Jackson era have we ever been beaten in the playoffs by a team that was supposed to beat us. We were favored to beat every team every year in the playoffs, every time. And we've lost to the team that we were supposed to beat every year. And you could talk about the players play and they make the mistakes and they do this, but the coaches have to coach. And like I said, with a different cast of characters and a different bunch of coaches, if you're doing the same thing each and every time, it has to start from one man because he has been the only constant since 2008. So, yes, it's time to move on, whether you think that he's good or he's not. His message is stale. The players aren't listening to him at all. Like you can see them sometimes when they do the locker room stuff. You can just see dudes stand up to the side like, go with this bullshit again. Like he's just not getting to his players. So go, man. You can like Hobbs and you can wish him the best. I wish him the best with another team. But I need a head coach that's going to come in here and stand up and say, you know what? Build around Lamar Jackson. Get him in that offensive line. Don't sit here and tell me we don't need a Devontae Adams who's leading the NFL in touchdowns. I think he has like 16 touchdowns this year. But we didn't need Devontae Adams because we got Rashad Bateman. We got Rashad Bateman at home. What has Rashad Bateman done into week 14? I know he missed 2-3 games. He doesn't have 200 yards.
Let me tell you about Rashad Bateman. Salute to Rashad Bateman.
He got paid.
All right.
Shout out.
Rashad Bateman, everybody loved him when they thought the team was fleecing him because he did not get a good deal. And me and B were saying we don't like that deal. He played well enough for a better deal. He could have gotten more had he hit free agency market. Mm-hmm. And he took a cheap deal to stay here. And what do we say? Those type of deals for a wide receiver tell me you don't have confidence in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. Fact. That man looked at his check and said, well, my expectation isn't high. Easy money. I'm going to play. I'm going to play to what they're paying me accordingly. This is what you pay for. You didn't pay for no 1,000-yard wide receiver. You didn't pay for that. And he's giving you that. So I don't even. So that's why we don't even talk about. We don't really talk about Rashad Bateman. People are like, what happened with Rashad Bateman? He's doing what he's paid to do.
I forgot he was on the team, to be honest.
Yeah,
I forgot.
He's just doing what he's paid to do. I'm not. I don't mention him. You didn't pay for a number one wide receiver. Right. You didn't pay for a 1,000-yard wide receiver. You didn't pay for T. Higgins, right? you pay for Rashad Bateman to do exactly what he's doing right now. So that that's what I'm saying about the expectations, right? You can't be going cheap on the offensive side and have these high lofty expectations. We keep thinking we're going to get a steal on that side. Not happening with EDC. Ozzie was clever enough to do it a few times. EDC ain't clever enough to do it ever.
All right.
Ever.
Right. And somebody asked, but who I want as a head coach? I've always said Brian Flores. Because the one thing that Brian Flores is going to do is he's going to get the most out of this defense. Now, you thought that Mike McDonald was good as a defensive coordinator. Brian Flores is that dude. But more importantly for me, he would instill discipline in his team. He is a man of principle. He told his owner was like, Stephen Ross in Miami told him, yo, I will give you a couple $100,000 if you tank for the year. Because, we try to move up in the draft. He said, I ain't going to do that. I'm going to win as many games as I possibly can. Damn your money. Stephen Ross and Tom Brady colluded. They tried to get Tom Brady over there. Brian Flores like, I ain't with that. I don't like that. And he knows talent. He could take a bunch of guys in Minnesota who aren't household names, and when they're fully healthy, they are truly dominant. So imagine what he could do with the Ravens pieces that we have on defense. Then he also told Stephen Ross, hey, don't draft Tua, get Justin Herbert. I don't think Tua's that guy. Go out here and get Justin Herbert. And the owner was like, no, take for Tua. He's like, bruh, I've seen what I've seen, and I coached in New England. I've coached with Bill Belichick. I know talent. I know how to get results. Don't go after Tua. And the owner went and got Tua, and now they're regretting it. And Justin Herbert, aside from his injuries, even with a little bit of help and the Greg Roman offense, is out there doing his thing. So for me, bringing Brian Flores and bring Mike McDaniel or somebody.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
One of these,
Mike McDaniel as an offensive coordinator.
And somebody said earlier, even Josh McDaniels, he's trash as a head coach, but as an offensive coordinator, he gets things done. But no, we're going to get these 60, 70-year-old guys to come in here and be the defensive and offensive coordinators that are out of touch with the NFL today. Todd Monken's cool. If you're a new head coach and you need somebody with some tenure and can help you along the way, Todd Monken's a cool offensive coordinator. But when you're trying to win Super Bowls, you should be going out here getting the best that you can. Nick Sirianni, how many coordinators has he fired even after going to a Super Bowl until he won one? We stick with the same guys and we get the same results, and we sit here and talk about the same stuff each and every year, but we're the ones that are negative instead of us sitting here speaking about we're wasting a lot of talent. Lamar's not going to be here forever. He's not going to be in his prime for forever. So as we see him breaking down, we're starting to see the reality of what the Baltimore Ravens could look like in 3 or 4 years. And if John Harbaugh is the head coach, he shows you how he's going to coach us. We're going to be 6-6, 8-9, 10-7. We're not going to be a Super Bowl contending team, but y'all want to sit here and talk about us being negative. Why don't you talk about what this organization is lacking and not doing? Because y'all don't want to do that, because y'all don't want to admit. And for some reason, ego plays a big part that y'all just don't want to say that y'all were wrong. I have no problem saying I was wrong. I was wrong about Tez Walker. I think he can be a phenomenal player, but y'all just want to sit back and just say, I'm right. EDC's not right. John Harbaugh's not right, because the proof is in the pudding. 7 years. No Super Bowl titles, not even a Super Bowl appearance. So you tell me who's wrong and who's negative.
Yeah, and facts. That's a mic drop right there. I ain't got to add any more to that, man. I ain't got to add any more. Like, what do y'all think about Eric Bieniemy? I think he should still be coaching in the NFL. He should have had his chance as a head coach. Would he have worked out or not? I don't know, but like he did enough to earn a shot.
Listen. Who was the last team he was with? Washington.
Yes,
Washington. And this is the thing. And this is the part that kills me. He got let go in Washington because the players complained that he was too tough on them. He asked for too much. He wanted them to work out harder. What? So he's trying to make you better, to make you more money, and you're complaining because you are just this coddled athlete. We need that on our team. We need him to be tough on players. But one thing that Eric Bieniemy is going to do, he's going to design some plays to get wide receivers open, because man. Mm,
Look,
mm.
when he went to Washington, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the year we made to the AC Championship game with the Chiefs. They brought Eric Bieniemy to the locker room.
Yep.
So this coach that supposedly the players couldn't stand and they couldn't really get rid of him, he didn't do anything in there. They felt it necessary to bring him to the locker room. Why coaching for another team?
Facts.
They felt it necessary to bring him to the locker room for an AFC Championship game on the road at Baltimore. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? And if we and Eric Bieniemy is a much better match for the Ravens and this organization, especially when they don't want to put the resources into the offense.
Mm-hmm.
You need somebody that's going to get the most out of the talent that you do have on that side of the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not somebody that's going to sit there and be like, "Well, they're going to get better. Oh,
Right.
I believe them. They're going to get better." No. This is a results-oriented business, and if you're not doing your job, next man up needs to go out there and perform. But at no time should it be acceptable for the O-line to be playing the way they're playing.
Right. And the offensive coordinator is given no help. You still, you know, they can't block. You know, they can't hold blocks. But you want to have these long developing pass plays. It makes no sense because I guess because Lamar's out there and he'll figure it out and he'll escape the pressure and give time down the field. But it's just stupid. And coach, I see you. What about Travis Jones? What about Travis Jones? I mean, he's cool, but we have limited resources, especially if Lamar does not restructure his contract. And we got a lot of free agents that we need to prioritize. If we got the money, re-sign them, but don't re-sign them to anything big. My thing is there's been a debate on Travis Jones or Tyler Linderbaum. I would rather pay somebody that touches the ball every time versus somebody that's rotated in and out and has been chronically injured over the past couple of years. Like he hasn't been fully healthy. Broderick is on IR. They didn't talk about that. Somehow that went under the radar. He's been on IR for like 3 or 4 weeks. He's probably done. But yeah, Travis Jones is decent. But like somebody said, you can draft another Travis Jones in the 3rd or 4th round. Like, what kind of contract are you trying to give him? He's cool, but as far as impact plays,
yeah, I mean, so I like Travis Jones, right? I like Travis Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Would it impact our D line if he doesn't play? Yeah, depending on who they get, you know. But again, where's the expectation? Are we expecting the defense to carry the team? No, that's as obvious as it could be. We're not expecting the defense to carry this team. So if we're not expecting them to do it, and look, you know, like we're still not a good defense. Right?
Facts.
Overall, we're still not a good defense with him on the team. With a healthy Matabike, we weren't good. He can go. Right? When it comes time to who has to get paid, who has to go, I would like to keep him, but he can go. Just about anybody on defense can go, if we're being honest. That's just where I'm at with it. Like anybody on defense, if we have opportunity to get somebody like George Pickens and we need to make some space, anybody on defense, if we have to get the money somehow, it needs to come from the defense. The defense, we are not asking them to go out there and close out games. Right? We never question the defense why they didn't close out a game for us.
Facts. And yeah, listen, somebody's like, oh, we probably gonna go out next.
Go man. You don't have to disagree. We all have eyes. They're not a good defense. You can say they're getting better. Mm-hmm. Where are they ranked statistically? Where are they ranked? Are they a top 5 defense? Are they a top 10 defense? Top 15? You don't have to disagree. This isn't an opinion thing. They're not good. They're getting better. They're not a good defense.
Yeah.
What y'all think about Matt BK next year? You think he's playing or retiring? I don't know. They've been real hush about his look, Kyle's under contract, so he's not going anywhere, coach. Like when I say anybody, I'm talking about the players that that we can save money by cutting. We don't save any money by cutting Kyle Hamilton. Kyle is on the team. He's there.
You mean like bottom three cornerback Marlon Humphrey, who's going to be on the last year of his deal?
Cut. Gone.
All right. So the Baltimore Ravens defense in points per game is ranked 21st in the league, and yardage is ranked 26th.
So where's the good in that? Where's the good in that? What you all talking about when you think that they're good is they've improved from dead last, and they did that playing bad offenses, which I'm not trying to discredit that. I think you got played well against those guys too. That's how you build confidence. But the reality is you did that against bad offenses, and that's not good enough. We played a good offense with a starting quarterback, and I don't think they played horrible. They damn sure didn't play great, right? Because you got to play for yes, our offense put them in bad situations. Yo, man, you still gotta go out there and play. You can't be giving up. You can't be giving up touchdowns. If you want to be one of those type of defenses that we're talking about, you can't give up touchdowns. The reality is we're ranked in the 20s. That's the bottom half. Not a good defense.
Facts. Four first rounders in the secondary. First round middle linebacker. I mean, a lot of second and third rounders on this team. They should be doing a lot better than 21st and 26th. So where is good? Where is good? Do you trust this team against a playoff caliber team to stop a team from scoring on a last minute drive? If they have, if let's just say, for instance, Buffalo has the ball, we're in the AFC Championship against the Buffalo Bills, and the Bills have the ball with 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in the game, and the Ravens are up by 6. Do you trust that this defense is going to stop Josh Allen from scoring a touchdown? I don't think that you do. You can say that you do, but you don't believe it. You could hope. We can hope and pray. But you don't believe in your heart of hearts that they're actually going to stop it, because we couldn't stop them being up 15 with 5 minutes left in the game. And that's with Go Man. You talk about Tavius Robinson and Darius coming back. That was with a fully healthy defense. Everybody was there. Outside of Darius, everybody was there. And we were up 15 with 5 minutes left, and we couldn't stop them. So what do you think an injured Tavius Robinson and an injured Darius Washington are going to come back and do right now for this defense?
Hey, Hendo, I got a real question. There's 160 people in here, and salute to y'all this morning. We went a little over because y'all in here so deep, but we got to end this soon. I got to get to work. But what if we're up?
Just so you go, man.
What if we're up 3 points with 30 seconds left? 3 points, 30 seconds left. Do y'all in the playoffs? Do y'all trust this defense to keep that other team out of field goal range? 30 seconds. 30 seconds. We're up 3 points. Do you think our defense will? You're sitting there watching the game in real time. Are you saying, "Hey, we got it. Our defense ain't going to let them get into field goal range"? That will tell you all you need to know about your defense.
We're gonna play that soft zone. We're gonna play that soft zone. They're gonna eat us up and go right down the field. They might score a touchdown, depending on who the wide receivers are. Might score a touchdown.
like we don't expect that. We are sitting there nervous as can be. The top. I tell you what, if the Houston Texans get up 3 points and there's 30 seconds left in the game,
man,
game over.
Man.
Game over.
Listen, I'm still mad about Danielle Hunter. He was out there for the taking. The Minnesota Vikings are like, we ain't keeping him. We'll trade him. And I swore the Ravens were going to get him. 3rd year in a row with the Texans. 11 plus sacks. Dude is a baller. And once again, we decided, we got Danielle Hunter at home. We got David Ajabo. He'll work out just fine.
They don't want to. They don't.
Whoa! I'm sorry, Jose. We dog walk in Houston as usual. Didn't we lose to them?
It was the other way around when we played them. So much so, like now that Lamar's back, I'm like, I still don't know if we win that game.
Fact. Hey, Houston beat Buffalo. We couldn't.
They sure did. Yeah.
I'm sorry, they beat Buffalo the last 2 years.
Yeah. Flex Zone, you caught the very end of it because we went a little over. Today, but appreciate all y'all coming through. All that being said, I'm expecting us to beat the Steelers.
Thanks.
The Steelers are just as dysfunctional over there. They want their head coach gone. That's another person I take too. I take Mike Tomlin over here.
Facts.
But they're in a bad way, and they're on the road, and I think a lot of their guys are starting to check out as well. So the game plan isn't a hard one. Get after Aaron Rodgers or Mason Rudolph, whichever one is out there. They're not doing a good job protecting their quarterback either. And run the ball. I don't want to see any cute plays out there. They've been telling you for how many weeks? 12 weeks. All you have to do is run to the outside on us, and you're good. So if I see too many runs up the middle, if I see jet sweeps and all this other crap, that's just Harbaugh wanting to zig because everybody else zagged, right? So, get your head out your ass, Harbaugh, and just call the plays that work.
We can't do that, because then how would I prove that I'm smarter than everybody else? If I do what's expected of me, how can I prove that I'm smarter than everybody else? I can't. I got to go off the rails. I got to do something different. I got to be me.
I want to play the game and get just some credentials, some press credentials, just so I can get myself in position to ask them one time, like, you really think you're smarter than everybody, don't you? Right? They'll go yank my credentials right away. After, I want to position myself one day, like, Coach, over here. How much smarter do you think you are than the rest of us?
And I bet he frees like, what does that got to do with football?
You're like, get him over there.
Get him out of here. Get him out there. Who let him in? I get what? Oh, I'm sorry. I love my guys. We're just gonna stack plays, and I see progress. And hey, Emory Jones is a rookie, but whatever. We'll see. Like, what, coach? That made no sense. Right.
We gotta get a ringer. We gotta get somebody on the inside.
That's right. Facts. just to ask random questions.
All right, y'all. We getting out of here, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Look, we went almost an hour. I'm running late, but you know what? It's cold outside. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm going back to sleep as I prepare. As I told them I would come into work tonight. I don't know why.
All right, y'all. Subscribe to both channels. Rogue Pod, Lunch Break Hot Take. Lunch Break Hot Take. We got a show tonight, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Me and B will be talking more Ravens. Panthers are on the bye this week, so it's going to be a Ravens-filled show. And we have a court of public opinion that I was going to bring up on the show, but I didn't load the video. But we'll talk about it tonight. Right. What's going on, Justin? Appreciate everybody coming through this early and hanging out with us. Have a great day, and we will see you later. Peace.